Hey there, Kim Quintero here, Director of Communications for the Senate Majority Republican Caucus. And joining me today is Senator TJ Shope, District 8 Representative. You live in Coolidge. District 8 represents most of Pinal County, parts of Gila County. You're also the Vice Chairman of 3 committees, one of which is Transportation and Technology. So thanks for hanging out today.
Thank you for having me.
We are talking transportation. There is a big corridor that is notorious for safety issues, lots of congestion, and this is within your district. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so for folks who reside in Coolidge or Casa Grande, Eloy, and even in the city of Maricopa, have lived with explosive growth over the years and an explosive growth in traffic count. The folks who reside in those communities that drive to the Phoenix metro area to work, and in the coming months and in the coming years, the folks who are going to be leaving the Phoenix metro area to drive to Casa Grande to work at places like Lucid or go to places in Coolidge like Nicola and other businesses that are opening up that are going to have several thousand employees working at them. And we look at this pinch point that exists between Casa Grande and Phoenix and has existed for years, and there's a golden opportunity based on some of the things we've done as a legislature and based on what the future as far as our dollar count is, as far as the state budget, and actually being able to solve some problems right now that we're pretty excited about solving.
So that stretch of I-10 between Phoenix and Casa Grande, kind of a headache for drivers that have to use it. Tell us a little bit about some of the work that's happening.
So some of the work started a few years ago, and frankly, many, many years ago. The Gila River Indian community, of course, being a partner with ADOT and the Maricopa Association of Governments to work on creating a safety corridor, which was done several years ago, which means that DPS takes a very strict stance on speeding and other reckless driving and things like that. To a handful of years ago, was able to get an item in the budget that funded a study on the expansion. And just this past year, we were successful in getting $50 million in general fund monies to hopefully draw down federal funds as part of the recent infrastructure bill that was passed by Congress, and the governor allowing about $30 million to come out that'll help start the construction on the bridge project that'll go over the Gila River.
So we have the bridge, we also have more lanes, right?
That is the whole goal here, is to have 3 general purpose lanes at the very least, much like from Casa Grande to Tucson, to have that from Casa Grande to Phoenix, and then hopefully what MAG will come in and do is they will extend the HOV lane a little further south as well, so you'd have 3 general purpose and 1 HOV lane, at least for a portion of that.
And this is used quite a bit for shipping, is that correct?
That is right. So it's wintertime right now, and we know that with a snowstorm going on in northern Arizona, I-40 is most likely going to be not passable for truck traffic. So what happens in the wintertime is that I-10 is generally the only snow-free route west to east, east to west in the United States that will take all of the commercial traffic during that time of year. Occasionally you'll get a little snowstorm in Cochise County or El Paso, but those things clear up pretty quickly. So it is a valuable, important asset, not just for Arizona, but for the United States and we've learned a lot about supply chain over the last few months. It's a very valuable piece of highway.
And so while we don't see snowstorms on this stretch, the stretch has been notorious for dust storms, and there's a project that you've helped work on as well.
Right, so a handful of years ago, we've known it for many years, and frankly, it may actually, unfortunately, get worse as the years go forward, especially with the cutbacks on the Colorado River. I think Senator Kerr may have mentioned that. We're going to have more fields being fallowed, most likely. So that means more dust, potentially, when these monsoon storms occur, and it can be very dangerous for drivers. I would argue that, now I haven't driven in many blizzards, but driving through a dust storm, it is extremely dangerous. You can't even see the hood of your car sometimes. So the detection is very important, so people know, especially in an area like that where there are miles between exits oftentimes, that they can go and safely pull off the freeway if they need to, because the message boards have been activated, things like that, and they can avoid the danger as much as possible.
This pilot project that ADOT worked with the state on was pretty successful.
I'd say so. I think that we were able, especially in the area between Casa Grande and probably Red Rock, just southeast of Casa Grande, where much of this activity occurs, we have been, I think, successful. That doesn't mean nothing's happened, but we have been more successful, I think, in allowing enough information to get out for enough cars to get off the road during these dangerous times. And obviously going forward with the expansion project on the 10 between Casa Grande and Phoenix, the more lane miles, the lane availability that you have will, I think, create a safer opportunity for people to get to and from work.
What would you want travelers to know about all of the construction happening on I-10?
Look, obviously you've got the Broadway Curve project going on right now. Hopefully this will be going forward between Casa Grande and Phoenix. The state is doing everything that we can with the resources that we have available to make for a safer commute, a faster commute, because we want everybody to get home to their family and everybody to be able to go to work and provide their family as much as they can.
All right, Senator TJ Shope joining us today. Again, thank you for that.
You bet.